Fantastic. Fantastic.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Samira Natasha binti Muhammad Faisal and I will be presenting on the background of the study. The background of the study is to conduct a descriptive research and to determine the factors influencing the student preferences of e-payment system. In addition, the researchers decide the independent variable that will be used in the study, which are accessibility, promotion, and also security. The proposed statement is in light of the challenge that e-payment system present, the researcher will interested in learning more about the factors influencing students' e-payment system preferences. In particular, this research aims to investigate the characteristics that impact the e-payment system preferences of the students.
Assalamualaikum. Hi, so this is the research question and research objective. For the research question, it consists of what is the influence of accessibility on e-payment system among students. Secondly, what is the influence of security on e-payment system among students? And thirdly, what is the influence of promotion on the e-payment system among students? For the research objective, it is to identify the influence of accessibility on e-payment system among students. Secondly, is to identify the influence of security on e-payment system among students. And lastly, to identify the influence of promotion on e-payment system among students.
As for the summary, the researchers provided the definition of the e-payment system, the types of e-payment system, which including e-wallet, PayWave, QR code, online banking, and also debit and credit card. The importance of e-payment system, issue of e-payment system, and also factors that influence the student preferences on e-payment system, which are including the independent variable that include accessibility, security, and also promotion. Next, the researcher has constructed the conceptual framework which consists of independent variable and dependent variable. There are three independent variable which are accessibility, security, and also promotion, while the dependent variable is the e-payment system preferences. There are three hypotheses that have been generated by the researchers in these studies. The first hypothesis is accessibility will influence the e-payment system preferences among students. The null hypothesis is accessibility will not influence the e-payment system preferences among students. The second hypothesis is security will influence the e-payment system preferences among students, while the null hypothesis is security will not influence the e-payment system preferences among students. And last hypothesis is promotion will influence the e-payment system preferences among students, and the null hypothesis is promotion will not influence the e-payment system preferences among students. Furthermore, in research methodology, the researcher includes the research design, sampling technique, as well as sampling size and data collection, and also plan on data analysis. The research design are including purpose of the study, which is to conduct a descriptive research to determine the factors influencing the student preferences on e-payment system. Next, the types of investigation used in this study is clarification research. Furthermore, the extent of research interference is only minimal. In addition, the study setting is a non-contrived setting with a minimal research interference. As the unit of analysis used in this research is individual, which is the student BA241. And lastly, the time horizon is set as a cross-sectional as the study conducted between months. The sampling technique used in this study is convenience, and the sampling size is 92 respondents out of 220 population of BA241 students from Part 3 to Part 5. As for the data collection, the researcher using online survey as data collection method by distributing online questionnaire which generated using Google Form. And plan for data analysis is statistical package for the social science, which is SPSS, was used to ensure that the data were accurately examined.
For the finding one, which is demographic profile, The demographic profile data are consisting of genders, age, and semester. Majority of the respondents are female with 55.3% or 52 respondents, while male made up the balance. Secondly, for age, the highest score is 21 to 23 years old with 79.8%, and lowest score is 27 years old and above. That was participated by one respondent with only 1% contribution to the sample, while other made up the rest. Lastly, in the demographic profile is semester. The data shows that semester 5 provide highest rate with 42.6% that consists of 40 respondents, and next to it is semester 3 with 39 respondents that made up to 41.5% of the sample, and lowest is semester 4 with only 15 respondents that contributed to 60% to the data.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Wan Nurquratu Ain binti Wan Azman, and I will be presenting on the analysis and result for the influence of accessibility on the e-payment system. So as shown in the slide, these are the results from the questionnaire regarding accessibility on the e-payment system. So the clustered column is a nominal skill question of does the student frequently get frustrated in using e-payment. As we can see, majority of the respondents do not get frustrated. So next is also a nominal skill question of most accessible features on the e-payment type system, and the result is QR and pay with payment. And lastly is the table of mean score for the agreed influence of accessibility on the e-payment system. So we managed to achieve the research objective of to identify the influence of accessibility on the e-payment system. So the main agreed influence of accessibility are an effortless system needed to access e-payment, effortless accessibility towards disabled people, as well as e-payment minimize time consumption while accessing it. Here, I have appealed the analysis and result for influence of security on e-payment system. The analysis has answering the research objective, which is to identify the influence of security on e-payment system among students. According to the finding, there are several influences of security on e-payment systems among students that can be highlighted. The main possibility influence is the effectiveness of security feature on e-payment system. According to Yomas and Kiran, 2018, the customer of e-payment system are concerned about utilizing the internet for online money transaction.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Mama Arif Billah and I will be presenting on the analysis and the result of the influence of the promotion on e-payment system. These are the results from the questionnaire regarding promotion of the e-payment system. So the pie chart is nominal skill question of the most types of promotion offered by e-payment system chosen by students. As we can see, the majority of the respondents use cashback. Next is also nominal question, which is the result of the frequency of students redeem any promotion offered by e-payment system, which students use promotion once in a month. Other than that, how much money that can be saved by using promotion by the students is also nominal question, and the result is most students save money less than 50 ringgit. Lastly, for the table of mean score for the agreed promotion of e-payment, so we managed to meet our goals, which is to identify the influence of promotion on e-payment system among students. So the main agreed of influence in promotion are the students can save more money when using the e-payment system as they offer promotion, followed by the students stay satisfied using online transaction rebates by the e-payment, then from of e-payment system familiarity among students.
Based on the finding of the research, the following recommendations are proposed for e-payment service provider and educational institution. E-payment service provider should focus on improving user promotion and security features to make it as good as their accessibility. Secondly, educational institutions should encourage students to adopt the e-payment system services. This could be achieved through a proper training or workshop on the good impact of e-payment services to their daily transaction. Where this last point can be supported if there's a collaboration of e-payment services provider and educational institution to spread a better awareness, particularly in terms of the security of personal and financial information. It is important to learn the safety measurement is a step for students that they cannot overlook despite the convenience and possible discount students can get from using the services. For the future research, researchers believe that this area could be explored more. Firstly, cross-cultural comparison, which is to indicate differences of factors which can influence student preference in different cultures and countries. Next, impact of financial literacy. This is to study on students' understanding on financial transaction and personal finance. Thirdly, user experience design. This is to focus on impact of student experience using e-payment design, and this can help provider to improve their services according to the findings. And lastly, roles of marketing and promotion. It is to examine how can this variable influence student choices and the adoption of using e-payment services.
To conclude this study, the researcher observed that 92 students responded to the survey. This inquiry will show that most students utilize debit or credit cards to pay. The most secure choice also has the most flaw, causing the system to break regularly. According to the statistic, users' privacy and personal data protection are their biggest concern when using an e-payment system. Our researchers also discovered that students' e-payment system preferences were most influenced by the accessibilities. Pay with and QR code payment system provide the most user-friendly features according to the studies, and accessibility affects students' e-payment system preferences according to this data. The e-payment system cashback promotion also influence the students' preferences on e-payment system.